by the appeal court in a landmark judgment in 2022, where Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted of all charges, and he was even told, if he wanted, Nigeria should put him on the next available private jet and fly him to wherever he wanted to go to in the world, and then go back and do it properly. So Omotosho has earned his own mansion with Wike. He's earned it. Probably they will probably fix up for him before Christmas, as Wike continue to build houses for all of them. But it will be on record that when the APC came, like the thieves, they came to steal, they came to kill, they came to destroy. They've divided the place. They are not for peace in whatsoever form. Men who want to take glory, right, of their own creators. We have seen many of them. They have come and gone. And as it stands, it has become almost impossible. I think the more they actually hold him, the more he's convinced and more convinced, convicted of his own, more convinced of his own conviction, rather. So his brother, outside the courtroom when Omotosho sent Nnamdi Kanu out of the court earlier.
For how long would this evil keep going? Go everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an attack against the Igbos and innocent people of this country. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing is persecution and prosecution. He has said this repeatedly. You cannot try a man without a written law. He has only simply asked the judge and the prosecution to provide him with that section of the law that says you can try him. You cannot try a man under a repealed law. That would not work. It looks as if there is a grand conspiracy to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How can you jail a man who has done nothing? How can you jail a man that don't have any evidence to present before the court? It's a conspiracy. It looks as if there is a war between Igbos and Yorubas. Bear in mind that this very problem was inherited by President Nnamdi. They shouldn't make us look as if we're unapproachable. I reserve so many things, but the days and weeks to come by will determine the exact direction we have to follow. But I want to make this clear to each and every one of you. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, and they have done nothing to prove that he's a terrorist. Since 2016, this case began. From pillar to post, this same very situation was with my parents. In 2017, they could not survive the trauma of Operation Attendance. What is he asking for? Justice and equity. That's all he stands for. It's not against anybody in particular. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come to court today to make it clear to the court that he has told the judge that he has no constitutional power to try him. I've been issued the court lacks conviction. Even from the Supreme Court, they made a mess of this case by remitting the same case back to Federal High Court. That is called double jeopardy in law. You cannot try a man who has been discharged. For how long would this evil?
You can't. There's something called double jeopardy in law as well, truly. And I think it's also applicable to Nigeria, I want to believe. But yeah, they've had their day. So the question now is going to be, where are they going to take him? With the DSS and the guy that usually assault him, who is also a member of the team that always brings him to court. Are they going to now let him go? Are they going to put him in proper prison now? Or are they going to send him to their military prison? What is the worst they will have in stock before the whole house of cards comes crashing? It's going to crash. The table is going to turn. The shoe is going to be on the other foot. All of this, the persecutors today, right, will be the persecuted or the prosecuted tomorrow. This whole thing is not really going to go away. So now, if they are cooking this to make it look more like maybe Tifnumbu want to kind of like give himself his own trophy too, so that it will probably be like, okay, I pardoned him because he's convicted. The conviction is absolute nonsense. It is the same way as proscribing the IPOB. And it remained like that, even though there is no court judgment, there is no court order or whatever that actually prescribed the IPOB. But a judge was quoting something that is illegal, unlawful. The table is going to turn. And that's exactly what Showore is calling. He said, it's going to turn. And it is better for all of us to begin to actually see the real enemy here, right? Pointing fingers as they want you to do, while they, behind us, continue to decimate us, okay? Disarm us for the terrorists that likes of Gumi are bold enough to actually go out there and speak for. If we don't act, if we don't talk, if we don't really mobilize, they will get to every one of us. All they need is just to manufacture something. They just need to manufacture something and put you away.
We want you to react to the outburst of Kanu today in court and how he was ordered to be thrown out.
Well, we have made it very clear that this trial in the first place was unnecessary. Nigeria is wasting its time on a trial that will take Nigeria nowhere, particularly at the time Nigeria is facing serious security challenges. That's what we should be focusing on, is how to retrieve the body of the Brigadier General that was killed, if they have not. It is how to save the 35 Muslim girls that were abducted from a high school, 25 of them. It has to save 35 Christians who were attacked and abducted live. That's what Nigeria should concern itself with, not a flimsy, frivolous trial to jail somebody whose only crime is asking for justice, in my view. I was watching part of it because I was in court for a different matter. And when they were describing the evidence they have, I was expecting them to say that they found him with an RPG. No. The only evidence they found in his room was a microphone. And then the biggest weapon was a radio transmitter. I have never heard that before, that a country will waste 10 years to prosecute somebody whose only weapon is a radio transmitter and a microphone. They also found underwear. The rest is hearsay, including, they presented, by the way, an interview from Sahara reporters. Should anybody be jailed for being interviewed by Sahara reporters? They kept mentioning it. Interview Sahara reporters, interview Sahara reporters. So if someone did an interview with CNN now, does that mean the person should be jailed? And I'm aware that they are still reading the judgment. Laboriously, you could tell that the judge is struggling. Laboriously. I'm just hoping that between the time they present the case and the time the judgment will be delivered, that common sense will prevail. And Kanu will be allowed to rejoin his family. And Nigeria, hopefully, will start facing its real challenges, of which Nnamdi Kanu is not one of them. Thank you very much.
So, Kanu's brother has alleged that Yorubas have to hate Igbos with what's happening.
There's always excuse. And the Nigerian state manufactures hatred of ethnic groups against themselves. But ask yourself, was it a Yoruba man was it an Igbo man that jailed Awolowo? It was a Yoruba man. Abi? When I was arrested by DSS in 2019, all the guys who came to abduct me, one of them was Ijo, another one was speaking Yoruba. The fact that you speak Yoruba doesn't mean you are Yoruba. But all the guys that were in charge of my detention, they were Yoruba people. So when they want to use you against yourselves, it is then that I start telling you the judge is Yoruba, this thing. But when it comes to stealing Nigeria's money and wealth, sharing among themselves, there is no religion, there is no tribe. But when it is to pitch yourself against yourselves, of course, you might say that the preponderance of commentary is coming mostly from some of the Yorubas. But that doesn't mean that the Yorubas are in support of injustice. Even if you look at the history of the Yorubas, politically, they have never supported one political person wholeheartedly. There was Awolowo, there was Akintola, there was Ajashin, there was Omoboriowo, there was Abiola, and some Yorubas didn't support him. Yorubas have always been, just as Igbos are. It's not every Igbo person today that supports even the agitation for Biafra. Does that mean that those people are not Igbos? It's not every Hausa person today that supports blasphemy convictions against some people who are, or even though they are Muslims. So don't let anybody use that to divide you. The person who is president of Nigeria today is a Yoruba man whose only campaign buzzword is Emilokon, is my turn. He didn't say that it's the turn of the Yorubas. And go and ask the Yorubas under this regime what they are going through. That is what the Yorubas call Enikon Loba. Now the person where you touch, now they feel am. It's different from Emilokon. So you cannot be blaming, because before you know it now, Yorubas will start killing Igbos. Igbo will be killing Yorubas again, based on the misconception that the innocent, hungry Yoruba person is somehow or somewhat complicit in the nonsense that is happening against an Igbo man who is fighting for justice. Let's be careful about that, not to create that ethnic division any further. That's how they got us here. There's a breakdown of law and order in Nigeria already. Any country where a brigadier general can be abducted and killed, even when he fought himself, cannot be rescued, there's a breakdown of law and order. You see, there are two places to find order in the world. I mean, beyond. They said there's order in heaven and there's order in hell. The difference is that the first order and the first law in heaven is order. The last law in hell is order. Nigeria has become hell. Well, the last law is order. So there's no breakdown of law and order that can happen. But I know them. They can go and manufacture another breakdown of law and order. Even those of us who were peacefully protesting in this Abuja for Nnamdi Kanu, they claimed that we wanted to burn down the country. I spent 4 days in Kuje prison just because I said free Nnamdi Kanu. When I went to Lagos after that, they declared me wanted for fighting for Yoruba people whose houses they are demolishing. So when they create a narrative for you to fall for, be careful, so that you won't start killing and fighting the same poor people. Some of them don't even know about this trial because they are hustling to get food on their table maybe once or twice a day. So that is why I keep saying that the country needs a revolution. I don't have any doubt about it. Thank you.
The vintage Showore. So he was in court for a case between himself and that's what they call himself, Ned Nwoko, that senator. Then they asked him about Nnamdi Kanu. What is it that Nnamdi Kanu have said that a lot of the people have not said was? Some of you, in your own time of rage with this contraption, when Nigeria happened to you, you said horrible things. And they've never held you to it, to that. But Nigeria is a place where they can always manufacture anything. Here you get. So I've had people here that wanted me arrested. Yeah, and we asked them why. Because I insulted their leaders. I have no respect for this one. No get respect. Is it because you are living abroad? All these people who are living abroad, they are the ones who are always causing trouble. Causing trouble by talking about the people that are actually like killing you. That's diabolical. Then someone they wanted me arrested. I was like, okay, if you arrest me, what would you say I have done? Because I am demarketing Nigeria. Because I don't see good news about Nigeria. I'm always disrespecting their leaders. I'm like, your leaders are disrespecting you. Do you not even understand? They are not leading you. They are ruling you. They are rulers. And we call them ruiners too. They hate you. You don't understand, like, if something you love, you don't treat it that way. These are a bunch of miscreants that are holding political positions. And suddenly, they see themselves as God over you. Law doesn't really matter. They are laws themselves. And everybody exposing them should not be exposed to violence from the same people who are the victims of these guys. You. So Nnamdi Kanu said, we will kill them if they kill us. We will kill you if you kill us. Then you removed if you kill us. He said, he said he will kill us. And the media kind of like played a very good role there. Very, very evil role. Not good, evil role. In ensuring that people are somehow psychologically, emotionally, and what have you, are conditioned to accept the lies from the people who intentionally put your lives in danger. And the one that is screaming that you need to defend yourself and fight them, and you do, please don't, no mercy. If the military comes to defend them, consider them as terrorists too. How is that a crime if they are not actually covering up something? Since they locked Nnamdi Kanu up, right? You've seen the advancement of this terrorism. It's growing and growing and growing. So right now, I'm going to say to you, to those, especially to those of you who are gloating and you know what I mean, over this, you shouldn't, right? In fact, Nnamdi Kanu being the center of this whole conversation means the entire country, possibly the entire continent, and even the rest of the world are very much aware of what is going on. And guess what people are saying? This is injustice. Yeah. Even those who don't believe in Biafra, those who are not even supporting Biafra, we have seen so many of them who have said, no, this is. I have seen those who are like one Nigerianist who have said, I don't believe his ideology, I don't like his style, but this is absolute nonsense. This is rubbish. This is not justice. They've made mockery of the whole thing, but they just don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. So, brethren, thank you very much for your time. I decided to use this afternoon to give you this possible detailed report of what really happened and transpired, because this is not the end of it. In fact, this could be actually the beginning of something more. So eventually, Tifnubu and his own handlers, right, probably are wishing and hoping that they will be the ones to convince Nnamdi Kanu to at least just accept it. Just say you are not going to do Biafra again. Just say you're not going to talk about it again. So that we're going to let you go. They've told him that for years already. You can walk out of this place right now, and it will be like nothing happened. In fact, we can welcome you to the big league, where, just say you are not going to do the Biafra thing again. Because that shout of Biafra, 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 send this strange, sort of like a cold shiver down the spines of those Fulani terrorists. You may not admit it. It actually strikes terror in them. The one I have seen most of them expressed publicly, that sometimes I'm like, Abubakar, why are you so mad with Nnamdi Kanu? That Nnamdi Kanu, they have to kill him. I say, Abubakar from Sokoto. Which concern you with Nnamdi Kanu? You said get IPOB for Sokoto. It's because you want to break Nigeria. It's because he hates us. I was like, so you have no contact with him. He's done nothing to you. But somehow they have succeeded in brainwashing you enough that Nnamdi Kanu is more dangerous than those who are actually killing people around you. Abubakar, you say reason I'm now. Waiting Nnamdi, what would you say Nnamdi Kanu's offense to anybody from northern Nigeria in the state of what Nigeria has become today? What would any reasonable person from northern Nigeria say is his own reason for wanting Nnamdi Kanu jailed or killed, other than speaking from what they have, the narratives they have been pushing on you slowly for years today? But the moment you take a break and just be like, wait, then the whole thing won't make any sense to you anymore. It won't make any sense to you. And we'll get to that point. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or maybe evening, right? And I'm going to see you later, of course, tonight. Thank you very much, and then good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Maiyegun diary politico.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. ó fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.